Let's take a look at this problem. We got 12 over x squared minus 9 plus 2 over x plus 3 minus 1 over 2x minus 6. Okay, when you've got different denominators and we're adding and subtracting, we want to factor. First step is factor all our denominators. X squared minus 9, two terms of minusing it. Difference 2 squares. X plus 3 can't do anything with. 2x minus 6 is GCF. Now let me do the x squared minus 9 over here. Two terms of minusing it, you try to write it as something squared minus something else squared. And you ask yourself in each piece what times itself gives you whatever. Now for the x squared, x times x gives you that. For the 9, 3 times 3 gives you that. Now I'm going to label what's inside our first set of parentheses as f for first. I'll label what's inside our last set of parentheses as L for last. Our formula is f plus L times f minus L. So everywhere I have an f, I'll plug in x. Everywhere I have an L, I'll plug in 3. So we got x plus 3 times x minus 3. And let me write all the rest of this down here. Okay, 2x minus 6. GCF, they're both divisible by 2, so I factor a 2 out. And that gives me x minus 3. Next step, figure out what your least common denominator is, your LCD, and rewrite each fraction of that new denominator. I'll start with the number first, the 2. Now I'm looking for the greatest number of 2's in any single denominator. There's none here, there's 1 here. So greatest number of 2's is 1. I go to my first factor, the x plus 3, and I'm looking for the greatest number of x plus 3's in any single denominator. There's 1 here, none here, so greatest number of x plus 3's is 1. And I'll look for my next factor, the x minus 3. I'm looking for the greatest number of x minus 3's in any single denominator. There's 1 here, none here, 1 here, so greatest number of x minus 3's in any single denominator is 1. So our LCD is 2 times x plus 3 times x minus 3. So I'm going to rewrite each fraction with that new denominator. There we go. Okay, so I got 12 here, I got 2 here, I got 1 here. Okay, let's take a look at our first fraction. Had an x plus 3 is still there. Had an x minus 3, the x minus 3 is still there. The new item down below is the 2. So whatever you put down below, then you also have to put up on top. Mathematical rule behind that is whatever you multiply by the bottom, you have to multiply by the top. Our second fraction, we had an x plus 3, the x plus 3 is still there. The new item is the 2 and the x minus 3. So again, whatever new items you put downstairs, you have to put up on top. So I got a 2 and x minus 3. And our last fraction, we had a 2, the 2 is still there. X minus 3 is still there. The new item downstairs is the x plus 3. So whatever you put down here, you have to put up here. Okay, 12 times 2 is 24 over our denominator. Plus 2 times 2 is 4. And I'll multiply it through. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12 over our denominator. Minus 1 times anything doesn't change it, so that's x plus 3 over our denominator. Well, now they all have the same denominator, so we're going to add or subtract the top parts. Remember, if you have a negative out in front of your fraction, that flips the sign of all the terms up on top when we merge them together. So we're going to have 24 plus 4x minus 12. And this positive x becomes a negative x. This positive 3 becomes a negative 3. All over our denominator. Yeah, combining out like terms, we've got 4x minus 3x, or 4x minus x, sorry, is 3x. We have 24 minus 12 minus 3. 24 minus 12 is 12, minus 3 gives us 9, so that's not that color. Let's try it again. So plus 9 over our denominator. Okay, next step. Factor top, factor the bottom. Bottom's already factored, but top part would be GCF, because they both divisible by 3. So I can factor a 3 out, and that gives me x plus 3. Now our next step says to cancel. And so if you have the same item on top and same item on the bottom, you can cancel them. Here's x plus 3, here's x plus 3. So those are going to cancel. And we got 3 over 2 times x minus 3. And that's our answer.